I'm here with recording artist Richie Nuzz.
Yes, sir.
It's been about 5 years since we sat down together. Can't believe it's been that long. Lots of things have changed for you.
Yeah.
You just released a new single, right? Bad Habits.
Bad Habits. We all got them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad Habits came out a couple months ago, and yeah, it's the newest. It's the newest single.
What inspired the song?
My bad habits.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like just in, the song came about like just my life in LA, just the craziness. We all have bad habits, and sometimes it kind of gets the best out of us. It's bringing us down. If that's nightlife, if it's drinking alcohol, if it's just going out, just losing your mind, just I'm saying, just kind of losing your grip a little bit. And the other side of bad habits is still being in love, and and knowing that you're better off as a person in a relationship, or you're better off with a certain individual, and you don't want to lose that person, but you're kind of torn between the bad habits and that path that you kind of should take and you should be on. Deep down inside you feel like so yeah, the song's like a real deep song for me, and I had to bring my trombone in on it, so we had to do it up.
That's another new venture, right? The trombone.
Well, it's actually like one of my original instruments.
Really?
So I was like classical and playing in all the jazz groups and bands growing up, but yeah, like now, even though I'm putting out, I feel like more pop and R&B based music, like I love putting the trombone in any way that feels fit. If it's like a crossover with little electric vibes, or maybe a remix with a DJ. I just think like the brass element is just like so. It hits, what I mean? It's like, I don't know, it's my thing,
Yeah.
Band geek till I die. So, what up?
Now speaking of your start, for those who haven't seen our first interview, let's talk a little bit about when you first decided that you were going to be a performer, whether it be music, or I know you acted when you first started, modeled, that kind of thing. When did you first branch out and decide that was what you were going to do for your full-time gig?
No, good question. Well, life's funny, it kind of pulls you and brings you different, places and opportunities. And I just think deep down inside, like, especially when I was living in LA, because after LA, I lived in Atlanta for 3 years, and, was going on auditions. And, I love being creative, but I realized that my main passion, like, that I really love and enjoy doing every day is music. And, I feel like just having more creative freedom as an artist, and being able to direct or put together projects, music videos, and there's more magic. I feel like being able to do that, and my team is just like really the big part of all our success with the new songs coming out, and we're really driven, and I feel like this is really something special we got going, and I just feel like I can't let go of it. I feel like this is just what I'm meant to do forever. And I feel like really the message of really the purpose changed. What I was doing, this was to try to reach fame, or try to get famous, or try to I want to be like 007, or I want to have like a jock like Channing Tatum role, and then it kind of switched to like what am I doing, what am I giving back to others, if it's helping someone get inspired to play an instrument in band, if it's somebody to follow your dreams, and if you want to play shows on tour or stage, and whatever the case may be. But I just know that this is what I'm meant to do, and I'm so driven and passionate about it. I'm so excited to get this new music out, and to really take it around the world, because I feel like if music is such a nice gateway to reach the masses, and have an effect, a personal touch on so many people, and what better way through music. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So have you completely, given up on the acting career, or set it aside? Not given up, but is it something you're not as, interested in pursuing? That you're really.
I mean, I would probably say, I'd probably say it's more on the back burner. I'm always down for new ideas and new pitches, new, opportunities if they present themselves, and if I have time for it. But I feel like majority of my energy and focus every day is going into creating new music, and finishing up these next couple singles, music videos, just how I could connect with more artists every day, and how I could, act as inspiration or a solution to other artists and other individuals. So.
Do you have a schedule of when you're going to put out your new singles?
So we have a rough schedule.
Yeah.
I want to say next month, and it comes out like 6 months later. But we actually just got our newest single mastered, and nobody really knows about this. We haven't really announced it, but it's called We Used to Be, or Used to Be, depends. I think it's gonna be called We Used to. But yeah, it's with this girl named Heather Sommer, and she's got a really amazing voice. She's got a voice of an angel, and we got a duet coming out, so I think that's gonna be a real
That's
big
something
one.
new for you, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, especially with the girl, and I think the song is really gonna relate to a lot of people. So that's coming out in September. We just got it mastered by Billie Eilish's guy, so he actually mastered Bad Habits. So I was honored. I was like, wow, it's Billie Eilish. I'm like, she's awesome. Like the fact that we got a producer, a mixer that's on her camp. I'm like, just
Yeah, that's a big deal.
just trying to associate myself with the best people to create the best product, I guess, so to speak.
And your music now, from when we first spoke 5 years ago, has obviously evolved. You've matured. You have a wife and a son. Like, has that all played into, what goes into your new music?
100%. Like, I feel like I've changed so much as a person, and like just talking with you, like it's so nice to connect after all this time. But like, yeah, I mean, everything's changed. Being a father, and as I said, the message, the purpose behind what I do every day, and like when I wake up, and I pray, and I really ask, God, like how can I really impact the most people, through my art and through my creative, flow and process, and I feel like that's just how life is nowadays, and yeah.
Do you feel that there's more pressure on you to be able to provide for a family now than it was just you living down in Atlanta,
living
doing
the
the
single
club
bachelor,
scene, doing the bachelor life? I was trying to phrase it nicely.
No.
But
Well done.
it's a different ball game now for you. So does that add pressure to you, or is it about the same? Because you still had to try and make ends meet when you were down there. So
I think we're all struggling in it, and we all have different goals, and I feel like at the end of the day, I'm very grateful for everything I have, and obviously I want a lot more, but yeah, there is a lot of pressure every day. Is when am I going to get that hit song? When am I going to be able to tour around the world and provide for my family? And I just try to not even think about that, because I'm almost so sure in what I'm doing and what I'm going to do that I just know it's going to happen, and I just think about it a little differently, and just try to be as humble as I can. If it's with working with other artists, because ego is a big, ego can get in the way, and
absolutely,
big time, and that's I just want to try to be as genuine as possible and real. If it's writing music, if it's collabing with this guy for the right reasons, to have that positive vibe and energy to reflect on others. So it's been a journey, and I mean, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly changing, but I'm just grateful for where I'm at, and Bad Habits just hit like 35K streams on Spotify, and a lot of people would die to have something like that, and like other artists are like, oh, I didn't hit 100,000 the first 2 weeks. There's levels and expectations, but as long as people are listening to my music and loving it, and the word's getting out, and we're trying to reach more and more people, then I'm happy as an artist.
Do you feel a pressure in terms of how much new content people want now? Because Instagram's a huge thing now, and because back when we talked the first time, it was Facebook. That was pretty much it. Like, Instagram's blown up. People have different ways to share music, and
totally.
You feel that pressure to keep pumping out music?
Yeah, I think, well, just as an artist, I feel like I always have to be constantly working. But in terms of content, yeah, I feel like there's such a clutter of like posting from everybody, and you feel like you need to keep up, or like and I just try to just try to keep it real. And if I don't post for a week or two, so be it. But what I like to do, actually, personally, with my fans and my audience, like social media is great, but I actually give out my number for my audience to text me directly. So like, if I'm in their city, or if I want to throw a party, or send a particular group of my audience a new song or a remix, I do that directly. So like, I feel like email marketing is great, and like likes and follows are great, as I said, but like, really it's those one-on-ones, those one-on-one relationships that really matter at the end of the day. So if I have a show and I give out my number, I'm actually getting texts, yo, like, your trombone was awesome, like I played band in 5th grade, and like they're texting me, and I feel like this is special, like, you know. So it's actually this app I use called Blossom, and I co-founded it with my partner 3 years ago, and now to see it, you know, finally live in the App Store, and artists all across the country using it.
How does it work?
So essentially, Blossom, how it works is it's an SMS app where artists can, you know, choose whatever number they like based on area code. So if you want a New York number, and you can actually give us out to your audience on social media and have your contacts grouped by city. So you see all your people in New York, all your people in Miami and LA, and you know, I think it's a really powerful, effective tool to stay in touch with your people and be accessible. Like if you're on the go and, you know, if I don't check YouTube comments or if I don't check Instagram, but someone's trying to reach me, they say, hey, I want to come to your show tonight, you know, do you have any tickets, or can I meet you beforehand? They'll just text me and I get it right on my phone. So I'm always looking for like new ways to reach my fans, to give them a better experience, you know. If it's like going through Facebook Live, YouTube Live, like that stuff, you know, wasn't as big as it was back then. Like, especially all the algorithm changes now, it's like harder to reach your audience unless you put $50 in or $100, you know, for a week straight. And like everybody is spending on ads on Instagram, and there's like so much clutter. And I'm just like, shoot me a text, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Do you feel pressure now that you have that app in terms of always making sure you respond quickly, or, you know, do people start asking things they really shouldn't be asking?
You know what? I like to say, call it responsibility almost. You know, like pressure is like, you know, a good word, but I feel like it's almost my responsibility to reach out to these people and respond, you know. And, you know, do people, I keep it real, you know, people, you know, message me, and for the most part, you know, it's genuine things. It's like, you know, either like, yo, my mom introduced me to your song, or like you know, I'm in the hospital right now, I'm thinking about you, and they message me. I'm like, you know, it's just a more direct way to reach your people. If you know, like direct messages are great, right? Someone sends me a DM, and I try to check my DMs all day, but you know, someone says, hey, you know, like you're a big inspiration, or like I'd love to, you know, link up with you or whatever. And when I give out my number, it feels right, you know. It just feels like this is a nice way to build that connection. And so I'm grateful, I'm happy for that, you know. If somebody texts me, I'm like, sweet, like who is this that's taking like 5 seconds out of their day to text me? Right. So, you know, pressure, I think it's more like responsibility. Like, you know, I'm honored that people are texting me and that want to get through to me, you know, other than social media, because it takes effort. And if you take that effort to reach me, you know, I want to know who you are.
Do you feel that people don't believe that it's you off the bat, or do you have to do anything to convince them?
Well, I mean, honestly, like they text me and I get the ping, I get the notification, and you know, for the most part, I text everybody back. Let me just say that.
Yeah, there you go. Now
I text everybody back, right? So you know, if a lot of people might be like, hey, is this really you? And then I message them back. But you know what also verifies and like validates everything is that they message me on Instagram, or they text me and they see my number is on my page on Instagram. So, you know, I actually pull it up and I'll show you for proof.
I believe you. I'm on your page. I know it's real.
So yeah, we put that there. I don't know if that focuses, but 718.
Yep. We'll also link it up in the in the comments, or in the body of the email, or the interview,
or in the caption, the description.
Yeah, something. Yeah, we'll get the right word.
Cool.
So what else are you looking forward to doing? Do you have any other things going on other than your music? You know, being a dad's a separate job. Right. Yeah, being a dad is a job in itself. Thankfully, we have so much support from the family. But yeah, you know, honestly, there's a lot going on. You know, with videos, with music, with Blossom. You know, it's exciting seeing, you know, so many artists use the app, and you know, the next few years, you know, my goals and my vision is to make this app, you know, one of the mainstream apps, the go-to apps for artists and entrepreneurs and influencers and anybody to want to connect with their fans or their audience. You know, if it's yoga instructor, basketball team, a martini bar, a real estate instructor, nightlife promoter, a DJ, you know. So Blossom's the world's kind of endless with that kind of, you know, with that app. It's like everybody sends emails and email blasts, but like if you genuinely want to take the time to like further get through to your people a little bit more directly, you know, I think Blossom's a game changer. So yeah, you know, I'm always shooting new videos, and that's just a big part of me too, is like I love editing and shooting videos. So
I'm like always on YouTube, like looking up like how to properly light this, and you know this type of lighting, and how to shoot this and this gimbal and this drone. So I'm like, I've kind of became like a little bit of a tech geek. I feel like these past 3 or 4 years, you know, being just building Blossom as an app, but also just like, you know, you can't hire teams every music video. So sometimes you have to like do it yourself. You know, DIY.
DIY. None of those home projects though for you, right?
No,
it's
no,
all,
no Home Depot.
All entertainment. So.
Mainly entertainment, yeah.
Yeah. Does your son listen to your music? I know he's a baby, but does he like get into it? Does it calm him or?
So he loves piano.
Yeah.
He like whenever he cries, I'm just like da 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 da, and he just like stops. He's just like.
That's funny. That's really funny. It'll be so cool for him to see what you've done musically from the time before he was born to through, you know, to when he's old enough to comprehend and understand.
It's such an amazing thing having a kid. Like, I'm still like going through it every day, and it's just like he's getting chubbier, he's starting to smile, he's starting to listen and hear and react to dancing, and you know, shark shark freaking video
You're
all
gonna get
day.
very sick of a lot of things.
I'm about to learn it on trombone. Boom, boom, boom.
So your trombone playing, that's not something that you hear a lot of musicians today who actually put out music talk about or that actually do themselves.
Yeah.
You know, what's that experience been like for you?
I mean, I love the trombone, and I hope the trombone loves me.
Yeah.
I mean, I love...
Treat her right, she'll love you.
Yeah.
Just like a person.
She is a person, I feel like. But I just think as an artist, like, I don't like just sticking to one genre. Also just because, you know, I love pop, I love R&B, I love dance, I love it all, and I just love to perform, you know, singing and playing trombone. So if there's a way I can blend those two and morph those two together into my own thing, that's what I'm doing. You know, that's what I love and enjoy doing. And you know, it's cool because like I have like an acoustic set with me and my guitarist or a pianist, and I got my trombone. So like, what is this trombone doing here? Like, who's playing that? And then they see me like pick it up. It's cool. It's like a wow type of thing. And playing at shows too, festivals. I'm like, you know, just like.
I gotta.
I love it, man.
That's gotta be inspiring to see two people who are in bands in high school and that kind of thing, where you could be getting picked on because you're a band dork or whatever, and then they see somebody who's, you know, successful and can play it. So it's not just, you know, making everything a negative. High school's tough as it is. So to have that, see somebody on the other side who's come out of high school and that kind of thing, I'm sure that's made a difference for a lot of people.
I like to, you know, think so. I mean, I got actually a text from somebody who's actually an instructor, like a band instructor, and he texted me. He showed one of his students my video, and I was like, that was like the best text ever to get. And he said that he was about to like quit band, and he actually stayed in band and picked the trombone, and like that's dope, you know, because like I was gonna quit trombone in like 5th grade, you know, and it's just like such a powerful thing to play music, to learn music, because you know, if you're in music or not, whatever you do in life, you resort to music to help you through something.
Yeah, it's always an escape.
It's always an escape. So I think it's just so important to me, and if it has a presence and it shows its importance with others, then you know I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. So.
What else would you like your fans to know that we didn't cover?
Just get ready. There's a lot coming out. I can't wait to meet you guys. Shoot me a text. 718-255-9328. I'll personally reach you back. And yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for taking the time today. And
it's been really great catching up.
Yeah, and nice meeting you guys. If you know who I am already, I appreciate you tuning in. And
if you don't, look them up.
Yeah, what's up?
Thanks, Richie.
Thanks, Brian.